May adlaw sa mga pinalangga naman nga tagsumulunod sa RMND YHB to Cave Negros and Earth Sandy TV. Ininyo nga lagad si Patrick Bucabal, kagkaupo natin si Gerard Andrade, Milvin Clotania, and Gisrel Yulingo. If you are new to our channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and please don't forget to click the notification bell para updated ka mo sa mga bagong mga videos. In the Philippines, when you say probinsya sang Negros, the first thing that pops up in your mind is tubo or kalamay. Ang ikaduwa naman is mga hasyenda. Ang ikatatlo is ginapiko ka ginapala diring kwarta sa Negros.
Sana all.
That's why siguro nga ginadagsa kita diri sa Bacolod sa mga badyaw. Pero no offense sa mga badyaw, what I meant is that badyaw nga gapangayo-ngayo diri sa Bacolod. Ang quotes nga nagasiling nga ginapiko ka ginapala ang kwarta diri sa Negros. Somehow, siguro, it might be true. When it comes nga bugana pa ang Negros, sometimes ang pagbunggit sa sugar industry, there is also a myth nga ang isa ka doon nga ginasindi nila ang kwarta sa iya nga sigarilyo. I don't know if it's true, but that's how rich ang mga hasyenderos andon sang una. They can even buy a private plane. Sano kung paano gid nagsugod ang industriya sang kalamay diri sa Negros.
The history of sugar industry in the Philippines predates Spanish colonization. Early era traders nagdala sang sugar cuttings halin sa Celebes para itanom sa Mindanao. And as the time goes by, naglabot sa Visayas hasta sa Luzon. By 1521, beginning the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines, sugarcane farming was already extensive on many islands, particularly in the Visayas. By the 1850s, Negros had only 4 major, mostly immigrant, sugar hacienderos. The Creole Agustin Montella in Bago, Eusebio Ruiz de Luzuriaga in Bacolod, the Frenchman Ives Leopold de Germain Gaston in Silay, the person responsible for bringing Horno Economico, which at that time was virtually unheard of, and the fourth hacienderos is Tia Sipa of Minuluan. At the time of rising world sugar prices in the wake of the Crimean War, the presence of Nicholas Loney as British Vice Consul in Iloilo, a year after the colonial government opened up its provincial port to world trade in 1855, would serve as the greatest stimulus to sugar production in the region. He convinced the American House of Russell and Sturgis to open a branch in Iloilo for the purpose of giving crop loans to sugar planters. Loney built sailing boats called lorchas at Buena Vista on Guimaras Island to transport sugar from Negros Island. Envisioning the prosperity of sugar industry in Visayas in the near future, Loney initiated its development in Negros and offered liberal terms to a few Negrense planters similar to those he had given in Ilonggo planters. Consequently, some prominent Ilonggo sugarcane planters like the Ledesma, Lacson, Hilado, Coscolluela, Perez, Alvarez, Sotomayor, and Escanella families moved to Negros in 1857 due to its promising development.
To know more about the history of sugar industry diri sa Negros, gina-recommend ko ang film nga Pureza. It's a film documentary nga obra ni Direk J. Abelo. Na-upload niya na sa YouTube on a limited time. Ang link ara lang sa description. Tanawan ninyo kag ma-appreciate mo gid ang history sang sugar industry diri sa Negros. Dugang nga ibalo, Negros Occidental and Negros Oriental are the only provinces in the Philippines situated in the same island but belonging to two different administrative regions. The regional office is located in neighboring Panay and Cebu.
The movement for a single island region started in 1980s. The campaign for the creation of a region in Negros had gained President Benigno Aquino III. On May 29, 2015, President Aquino signed Executive Order 183, which created the Negros Island region. It separated Negros Occidental and its capital Bacolod from Western Visayas and Negros Oriental from Central Visayas to form the island region, which made the total number of the regions of the Philippines into 18 regions. But on August 9 of 2017, President Rodrigo Duterte signed Executive Order number 38, revoking the Executive Order number 183 due to the reason of the lack of funds to fully establish the NIR or Negros Island region, according to the Secretary of Budget and Management, Benjamin Jokno.
Nabugma lang abi mo, kamo na, kagali, wala sang forever. The island of Negros has two linguistic groups.
The western half, Negros Occidental, is home to Hiligaynon-speaking population, while the eastern half, or Negros Oriental, is the home of the Cebuano-speaking population.
But sa Negros Occidental, ang boundaries ang Mabinay and Kabangkalan, they can speak both language, Bisaya and Hiligaynon. The same with Pabrika and Sagay, which is also the boundary of the Hiligaynon speaking and Bisaya speaking. Like in my case, I grew up in Sagay but I was born in Bacolod. My family moved to Bacolod when I was 6 years old. That's why I can speak both language. Kamao ko mosulti og Bisaya og Cebuano pero dili nagig ko bansay. Kag dili nyo gid ko malibak.
Sana all.
There are 120 to 187 spoken languages in the Philippines. Yes, 120 to 187 spoken languages in the Philippines. But our national language is Filipino. There are 4 regional languages in the Philippines with approximately 9 million or more native speakers. That is Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and Hiligaynon. But we are going to talk about Hiligaynon language, its roots, its origin, and its variant. So what is a language?
A system of communication used by a particular country or community.
Thank you gindling sup of IFM. Hiligaynon is a language that is widely spoken in Western Visayas and Cotabato. Na Hiligaynon ang pangalan.
The term Hiligaynon is derived from the Spanish term Iligines, which is then derived from the Hiligaynon word Iligan or Iliganon, meaning where the water flows down or manug-ilig sang kawayan. A phrase that describes the bamboo pools that Panay men would float down river to sell them. Hiligaynon started in the settlement around Batiano River of Oton.
Amo na kung manotisyaran nyo kung ana ka sa uton, Hiligaynon ang ilang lingwahe, pero pagtabok na gani, Karayan ang ilang paghambal.
It is important to note that the language of Panay then, as recorded by Spanish friars as late as the 1600s, was Karaya. Hiligaynon didn't really appear in the records until the 1700s. Hiligaynon language is a consequence of commerce and colonialism. Indicators already pointed out to a Proto-Hiligaynon language around few years before Spanish rule. But it wasn't until the Spaniards settled the trading post of Oton that Hiligaynon began to fully develop.
There are some misconceptions between Hiligaynon and Ilonggo. If you heard someone speaking Hiligaynon, gina-assume na yun nga Ilonggo. Hiligaynon is not equal to Ilonggo. Gintawag man lang na Ilonggo because Ilonggo were the first one encountered by Manila elites speaking that language. Ilonggo refers to the people of Iloilo, not a language.
When you say Ilonggo, it refers to a person, a speaker, or ethno-linguistic group of native inhabitants of Iloilo province. While Hiligaynon is the language spoken in most parts of Panay Island, Western Negros, and Cotabato. Not all Hiligaynon speakers are Ilonggos because they would identify themselves as Capisnons, Negrenses, Cotabateños that are not from Iloilo. Likewise, not all Ilonggos are Hiligaynon speakers. Many Ilonggos speaks a native Karaya or Kinaraya.
So it's a mistake nga maghambal ka nga do you speak Ilonggo or gahambal ka Ilonggo. Sa lagi na ya, it's Hiligaynon. So kasi lagi na akong makita ninyo permi sa YouTube nga may how to speak Ilonggo. It should be corrected how to speak Hiligaynon. Hiligaynon gani, Hiligaynon. Hiligaynon. Hindi Ilonggo, Hiligaynon. Again, Ilonggo refer to a person. Hiligaynon is our language.
Ano naman yung ginatawag na dialekto o kondialect?
A dialect is defined as a variant of a language, divergent enough to be unique from the mother tongue, but mutually intelligible at around 95% to still be considered part of the mother language.
Hiligaynon is a language, and under that language is dialects or variants. Ano-ano ang mga variants? So what is this variants or dialect? The standard and urban Hiligaynon of Iloilo, and the standard and urban Hiligaynon of Bacolod, and also the Negrense Hiligaynon, the Guimaras Hiligaynon, and Mindanao Hiligaynon. Those are the variants or dialects. Ang Ilonggo or from Iloilo and Bacolod, may certain sila nga tono. Ang Iloilo medyo dasig, ang sa ano naman niya, ang sa Bacolod medyo mabalod kag mahinay. Ang sa Cotabato naman, mix naman sa Sangno Hiligaynon and Karaya, na medyo tigaman ng paghambal. Ang isa pag example nga para mas maintindihan ninyo ang dialekto nga ginatawag is the Tagalog. It's also a language, it's a Filipino language which is our national language. Maghambal kang Tagalog, there is Manila, Cavite, and Batangueño, Bulacan. Ang dialekto sang Batangueño is different from Caviteño. Alae, are, something like that.
Are ang aking ballpen. Are ang aking susi. Are ang case ng aking cellphone. Galing din ng batang Are. Kagaling talaga. Kadaming ginagawa kayang tapusin Tunay naman kalakas ng pananampalataya sa Panginoong may kapal din. Kaya gayon, tunay ka ika. Tama ya ang tunay na.
Ang sa Caviteño naman is may man sila, but pero lain. But they both understand each other kay Tagalog.
Huwag mo nga akong asarin ng asarin.
Nabubwisit na ako, dadagukan na kita. Makakabwisit eh. Piko na ako, dadagukan kita, sige.
Kung isiparar mo na sila, it's a dialect. Caviteño dialect and Batangueño dialect. The same with Hiligaynon. We have a different dialect sa Bacolod and sa Iloilo. Kag kung sa diin pa ang mga Hiligaynon speaking region. Ang Capisnon, ang Guimaras, they have all different tono kag may mga term man sila nga ginagamit. One of the example is this, ang taga Iloilo always ginagamit. Ginailog-ilog mo, ginaayab lang saot, sina mo. Ano na ginailog mo nga saot? Ginailog-ilog mo gina sa pero may magsaot. Pag abot na ganit sa Bacolod, wala namang ginagamit ang term nga ilog. Kundi, ay, ginasunod mo naman ang saot na sa TikTok na sunod-sunuran sa imo. So I hope naintindihan nyo ang language and dialect. At least klaro na tanan. And I hope nakabulig man ako sa inyo. So our Hiligaynon word of the day is langkag. To worry or be anxious. Example, nagkakalangkag ako sina. I am worrying about it. Or another example, hindi ka maglangkag or don't worry. Sa subungay generation, ang ginagamit na ng langkag sa hindi ka magkabalaka. And another Hiligaynon word of the day is kabatinggilan. But sing ganon, kabatinggilan meaning stubborn or disobedience. Example, kabatinggilan, giniblang nga bata mo. In English, this kid is hard-headed. In Hiligaynon accent, this kid is really stubborn. And here are the common Hiligaynon phrases. Ano oras na? What time is it? Ang pangalan ko, si Patrick Bucabal. My name is Patrick Bucabal. Kadton ako, or in English, I'm on my way. Abugi ng tinagda nga ginatawag nga pasalig, paasa, kag papate. Bago kita magkatapos, I just wanted to have a big shout out kay Sir Jim Paul Batapa. Thank you for helping me out. And also kay Sir Larry Hironca. We will discuss your other version of Buglas. And hopefully we can have that video next week. And also kay Ronald G. Amihan. Palayo lang da nga pag-ubras ng furniture. Mayo lang da nga pagtanaw. Sa mga taga-Manapla, thank you for viewing sa amon nga channel. Every week I'll upload a video regarding about sa history sang Negros and Bacolod. If you had something to share, please comment lang sa amon nga comment box dito sa aton nga channel. Or you can DM me or direct message me para at least bala maka-storya pagita and discuss regarding about sa story diri sa Negros. And also, I'm also uploading sa mga videos regarding about sa tutorial, kung ano da nga natunan ko nga gusto ko man i-share sa inyo. And if you have books nga history sa Negros, yan ni Modesto sa Unoy, maayo ko tani kung pwede na ako mahulam sa inyo for i-scan ko lang, then ibalik ko man lang dayon. Or any books nga pertaining sa mga history sa Bacolod or any diri sa aton nga syudad kag municipality para makaubra kita ng educational material about sesame like video para magtudlo sa mga kabataan. Kung gusto ninyo magadaw sa 300 pesos paagi sa pagsabat sa trivia, magpamati lang sa RMN DYHB to Kid Negros kada Domingo alas 11:30 sang aga hasta alauna sang hapon. Kung gusto naman ninyo updated kamo sa mga nagabagang nga balita kag sa mga matahom na drama sang DYHB, magpamati lang sa RMN DYHB 747 or i-like ang amon nga Facebook page DYHB Tatak RMN page. Parting words mga karadyoman, there are two types of people in this world. The one who climbs the mountain because they want to see the world, and the one who climbs the mountain because they want the world to see them. Don't work hard just to impress other people. Work hard so that you can enjoy success. Thank you and see you next week.